What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Johnny Pompous Show. This is Johnny Pompous. How's everybody doing out there? Again, I can't really hear you if you're answering that, but if you're answering some dude asking you a question like that on a podcast and you're really just kind of talking to yourself, and you might need some help. But thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, I do have a guest today. We have Kraven Rage from WCE. Kraven, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing wonderful.
That's good to hear. That's absolutely good to hear. So, I guess diving right in, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Kraven Rage. I started wrestling. Well, I started watching wrestling at the age of 10 years old with my grandfather. Watching, you know, WCE, WCW, sorry, watching WCW, watching WWF when it was called WWF. So
Oh, the
I
good old days.
so I grew up watching Junkyard Dog, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Nature Boy Rick, Sting. I grew up watching those wrestlers, and I just honestly fell in love with wrestling then. So I pretty much was following wrestling every single time it came on TV and just watching them in the ring, watching them perform. And the more I watched them, the more I just got into it.
Okay. I mean, I can understand that. I mean, I think I'd be lying if I had said that watching wrestling from a young age with my dad didn't have something to do with me getting into the world. So I mean, I think that's how it starts for a lot of us. How old do you think you were the very first time you actually started competing?
I started competing at the age of 25. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, um, because I'm originally from Louisiana, so I just started competing with local wrestling companies in Louisiana, and that's how I end up starting wrestling.
Okay. That makes sense. I understand that. So how long have you actually been in the wrestling world?
I, for the past 20 years now.
All right. Okay, perfect. And why don't you tell me a little bit about? We've actually had a couple of guys from WCE on. We've had we had Shawn Jovi on from WCE, and I think we had that Nicholas Crimson on as well from WCE. What is I've got both of their takes on the company. What is your take on the company? How do you feel about it?
I honestly, I love that company due to the fact because those guys are very competitive. Those guys are having fun, and they are great competitors. And they, to me, is that company is pretty much doing it for fun and the love of wrestling. They love wrestling, and it reminded me of the Hardy Boys when they did their backyard wrestling, and that's what it reminded me of because that's what inspired me to get into wrestling was the Hardy Boys, watching them going out there having fun, and I reached out to WCE, uh, the owners of WCE. I reached out to them and told them I was interested in, told them that I, my background, told them what I have done, what I have accomplished, and they pretty much opened their arms to me and welcome me on.
Okay, fair enough. And you brought up the word, you said you were telling them what all you've accomplished. So, what do you feel like your biggest accomplishment in wrestling is as of right now, or do you feel like you've achieved your biggest accomplishment yet?
Uh, my biggest accomplishment is performing and winning championship gold.
I mean, I can't fault you there, man. I mean, there's something about having a gold. I mean, it's a good drive for pretty much anybody. I mean, truthfully, there are some guys out there that I mean, I think everybody strives for it, but not everybody deserves it. Um, but you do know, like deep down, whether or not you're meant for a championship. Having said that, I know that you and Nicholas Crinson have something coming up in April. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? It sounds like there's a little bit of rivalry there, and I've actually seen a couple of the promos going on.
Yeah, me and Nicholas Crimson do have a match coming up April 30th. Um, at Crown and Achievement, and he is a tough competitor. I have seen his work. I have. This is our first time ever facing each other. I have seen his work, and he's a good competitor, but he's going against a different opponent. You know, I'm the ruler of the yard, pretty much. So
So you're
I'm
pretty
in.
much a top dog around there.
Yeah, I'm the top dog. I'm the beast that's reincarnated. So he's gonna have a fight on his hands when he steps in the ring.
Okay. Well, I think I speak for most people when I say definitely excited to see how that plays out. Now you said that you guys haven't really faced each other yet, so I got to ask, like, what started the beef? Like what happened? Something had to have happened.
What happened was he wants to show up for all show, and he pretty much thinks he's not afraid of nothing. Yeah, I was doing the face of fear, but a lot of people that I faced did fear me. A lot of people that I faced did fall to me. So when I leveled myself up to be the ruler of the yard, he came at me and trying to knock me down from my position. So I didn't take too kind to that.
No, I would understand that. I mean, like especially if you know your place and you know that your place is above everybody else, and you got somebody coming in there and be like, "No, man, that's my spot." Especially if you've been there a while and you kind of established that, that's like a slap in the face. So I fully understand that. I don't blame you at all there. Um, so you've been doing this for some odd years now. Do you have any notable injuries that you want to mention as far as wrestling related goes?
None.
No, okay,
None at all.
that is that's
I
fantastic.
have
Has there been?
never like have go ahead.
Okay. Oh no, I was just going to ask you. Has there been ever been a time during a match where something happened, and you thought that it was more serious than it actually was,
Well, it
like at the
was
time, at the moment?
yeah, it was I was with a local fan, and we I was in a match with somebody in Louisiana, and I went for to go. I went on the top rope to do a flying elbow, and I overshot the person.
Hmm.
So when I landed, I heard some pop, you know, and at that time I didn't think of nothing of it, you know. So the match was supposed to be going on like for 45 minutes. It went all the way close to 45 minutes of the match. And so after the match, like I got checked out after the match and come to find out that I almost dislocated my elbow
Oh,
because the way I landed, but I didn't, thank God, you know. So the pop noise was just like a little warning thing that went off.
no, absolutely. Well, I'm glad that that wasn't more serious than it was for sure. I mean, that's getting injured, sustaining those battle scars, as it were. I mean, they're definitely memories to look back on, but they're definitely not fun when they happen. Nobody likes them. Well, I mean, believe it or not, there's actually some guys out there that are just like, yeah, yeah, hit me. But we don't want to talk about that. Um, what I do want to talk about, because you were talking about one of your accomplishments, you said was holding the gold. So, what kind of championships have you held?
Well, uh I have held a world title. I have held, you know, tag team titles before. Um, sorry, not the world title. I have held like a United States title. I have held uh, an Intercontinental title and a tag title. I have never ever held a world title. So
Okay.
that is one of my goals is to hold one of the titles in WCE.
Okay. Now, do you have a clear pathway? Like, do you see a destination as far as like getting there? Do you have you got that routed out in your goals?
Yes, I do. Like at Crown and Achievement, me and Nicholas Quinton is going for the Wisconsinite title. So that's one of
Okay.
the big titles out there, in that fair. That's one of the big titles. And that's my goal is to capture that title.
Okay. Well, I wish you luck on that. Absolutely. Um, so real quick, just because we keep coming back to that, we keep coming back to crowning achievement. We keep coming back to your match with Nicholas Crenson. If Nicholas Crenson was listening right now, do you have a message that you'd like to pass on to him?
If Nicholas Quinton is listening, or if he's not listening, I would like to say Nicholas Quinton, at Crown and Achievement, you will be conquered, you will be beaten, and you will be destroyed. And at the crowning achievement, you're going to have a new reigning, defending, undisputed WCE Universal Grand Slam Wisconsinite champion.
Those are
It's
some pretty
not
heavy words.
It's a prediction. You will lose to me.
I mean that doesn't even just sound confident. That sounds guaranteedly like matter of fact. You said that like that's not what you want to happen. You were basically saying this is going to happen. Deal with it. So that's cool. I mean, I'm definitely excited to see this match now. Absolutely. And this is going to be April 30th. Now, is this going to be like a broadcast live event, or is it going to be an upload to YouTube, or how's that going to work?
Well, I have like I said, I joined that company last last year, and they, like I said, those guys do it for the fun, and they love wrestling. That's the reason why I joined. And it's not gonna be live. It's pretty much will be uploaded on YouTube. It will be uploaded on a Facebook page. Uh, so they do have tough competitors. They have Shawn Jovi. They have Nicholas Quinton, James Marshall, Stash Andrews, Adonis Fields. Those are tough competitors, you know, and they bring in new people in that I know that I will have to face. And I'm looking forward to facing each one of them, you know.
Definitely. Okay.
So
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely excited to see it. I think I speak for everybody who's going to be listening to this later and who's currently listening. That it does sound like something that we would want to see. I've checked you guys out, here and there. I have gone over the page, the YouTube, and a lot of you guys are fairly talented. I mean, very good competitors. The matches that I have seen have been captivating. I'll say. I like that word. That's a good word to use. So I mean, you guys are definitely entertaining to watch. As far as you go out there, you guys have the passion for it, and you are working pretty well. So I'm definitely interested in seeing this event, especially this particular match. Um, I do want to go ahead and ask you, like, where do you see yourself, like, maybe in the next five years? Like, what's the end game goal for Craven Rage?
my end goal is to have a great career at the end of my journey, where I can look back and say, this is what I have accomplished. This is what I have done, where people have doubted me because growing up, a lot of people have put a lot of doubt in a lot of things that I will be able to accomplish in my life. So when I started wrestling, I had a lot of people doubting me, and, and I had a lot of people that think wrestling you would never get nowhere in life. And I'm trying to be myself, where I can look back 5 years from now and say, this is what I have accomplished in my life. And I'm very proud of
No, I definitely understand that. I do. And I mean, truthfully, I mean, if that's what you're going for and that's what you're happy with, I mean, enjoy your passion 100%, and always go after your dream, because your dream is not going to be the same as this guy's dream and that guy's dream. So I mean, I always tell everybody, if you're happy where you're at, definitely keep pursuing, keep doing what you're doing. That's generally all that matters. I do wanna ask you, um, what do you think if anything, if you can think of anything, what do you think your biggest obstacle or challenge is going to be at obtaining your absolute goal?
Facing people in WCE, and that's like gas engine. I think I will have to face him. That's going to be one of my toughest challenges is facing him because watching him in the upcoming and he's good. He's very good. You know, not taking away from all the other competitors in WCE, but know him uh, like, and he be my, will be my toughest challenges that I ever face. It's gonna be
Right.
others as well, but I know those three sure will be one of my toughest challenges to overcome because like I'm only 200 pounds. I'm not big. I'm not small. You know, so me going up against somebody that's bigger than me, stronger than me, it, it's gonna be tough for me to overcome.
Absolutely.
But to be honest with you, I know I can overcome it because all the experience I have, all the fighting, all the, all that I have learned over my years of wrestling, I know I can overcome any obstacle that steps into that ring with
Well, I mean, like I said, I mean, you sound like a very confident man. Like you sound like you've got a lot of passion behind your voice. So I definitely believe you can, 100%. Now I know Shawn and Nicholas have both kind of plugged the Facebook group and the YouTube. But do you have any outlets that you want to go ahead and plug for WCE or for yourself? Let everybody know kind of where you are on social media and how to gain access to the content.
me. Well, just like right now, I'm working with WCE, so if people are following WCE, please keep following us, um, keep supporting us, and we will keep, you know, performing for y'all. And we want to thank all the followers that we have and people that support us. We do truly appreciate everything that all the support that y'all have.
Absolutely. And guys, Craven, you're welcome to come back on the show anytime. And everybody listening, make sure you check out the WCE on just go to facebook.com/WCE Heat. And you guys can definitely check out what these guys are doing. They're doing some pretty good things. Um, I'm definitely looking forward to the April 30th event. So I'm gonna stay posted on the Facebook and kind of follow that and see where it goes. But Craven, do you have any last and final farewells or advice you want to give people out there?
Yes. First and foremost, Johnny, thank you for bringing me on your show. It's been an honor. Uh, second of
Oh,
all,
anytime, anytime.
second of all, and you chasing your dream, follow your dream, work hard, study hard, and never give up. Just keep doing till you accomplish your dreams in life.
Well, there you go. I think those are very very wise words there, Craven. I think everybody can kind of learn from that, and as long as they're following that advice, everybody will go far. Like I said, Kraven, you are definitely welcome back on the show at any point in time. I want to thank you very much for being on the show. And everybody out there, you guys have a wonderful Saturday. And we will catch you next time.